How's it going, everybody? This is the Uncanny Omar. You are watching Near Mint Condition, usually the home of collected editions. But this segment is called Reelz Talk because what are we talking about today, Odfel?
We're talking about the Batman Returns, quintessential Christmas movie.
That's how we kick off the holiday season.
Yeah.
1992's Batman Returns. So Tim Burton did a Batman film with some Tim Burton flair in 1989, and then he did a Tim Burton film with some Batman flair in 1992.
Yes.
This is the second Batman movie of what was supposed to be, I think, 3 Batman movies that Tim Burton was going to be working on, and unfortunately that did not pan out. So yeah, I know Paul Rubens at the very beginning of this movie, right? Along with the lady that was also in Pee-wee's Big Adventure, the one with the what was her name? She was with the husband that chased him around the dinosaur. Anyway, lots of Easter eggs here.
Do you know, is this technically the same continuity as the next 2 Batman films? They just switched writers, or is it? Because I've never really quite known if like this through Batman and Robin and Batman and Forever are technically the same, or if it's technically not the same.
Everything is different, but one thing keeps it together, and that's Michael Gough, and that's Alfred. That's the only thing I think that kind of keeps continuity going. Because you're right, we get Val Kilmer that replaces Michael Keaton in the 3rd one, and then of course George Clooney in the 4th one. But I think it's supposed to be all set in the same continuity. So yeah, all in continuity. The answer is yes, a 10 out of 10 from Mercy Crown. This is going to be an interesting conversation. I haven't seen this movie in a couple of years. I ended up buying it in 4K, and I watched it in 4K. It is streaming on HBO, in case people are wondering. But let's see here. I believe the movie was shortly after Paul Rubens' scandal thing, and Tim Burton was doing him a real solid by putting him in the movie after he got blacklisted. I want to say, I can't remember if it was before or after. I wish I had that memory back. So do you remember much about this era of Paul Rubens' life, Pee-wee? So nowadays, nobody would frown upon it. But because he was the headliner for the TV show Pee-wee's Big Adventure, which was a kid's show, he ended up caught with his pants down at a pornographic theater. Now, normally that's where people go and do such things.
That seems like that's the place that would be expected.
But because he was, like I mentioned, the kid show, it sucks, but that's all she wrote. I want to say this was before, and because that happened a little bit afterwards, but I could be wrong. The 90s, I was in high school when all this stuff was happening, and I kind of kept out of the loop on who was doing what. And adult theater, if you will, with pornographic movies. Joke's on you. I always have my pants down. I knew it, Sean Desuk. So, yes, today we are talking about Batman Returns. 1992. Michael Keaton coming back as Batman. Michael Gough coming back as Alfred. And this time around, switching up the villains. We have Danny DeVito as the Penguin. We've got a new character named Max Schreck, played by Christopher Walken. And, of course, the lady that stole our hearts and the show, Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. Gosh, when this movie was announced, there were so many. I remember all the ladies that wanted to play Catwoman. One of them was Sean Young. She went into audition with the Catwoman outfit and still did not get the part. But,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like women really wanted that role. Just like all the dudes wanted to be Batman, all the ladies, all the actresses wanted to be Catwoman. But
I mean, it's iconic. Like this film, genuinely, like that is the iconic Catwoman suit that I feel like you see all the time. Like especially in like the cosplay sphere, like that is the suit.
It is a really cool suit. It is 100% a really cool suit. So we are going to go back and talk about this movie. This is something that I went to the theaters to go and watch because A, it's a Batman movie, and B, it's a Tim Burton movie. This time around, really, though, it feels like it's a Tim Burton movie and a Batman movie second.
Yes.
In the way that the story is done and the tone. The music by Danny Elfman, although not as I think the first one still had better music, it's still really solid.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, just the practical effects and Stan Winston helping out with the penguin design, like legit
Oh my
creepy.
gosh.
Legit creepy. And hold on a second, he didn't have his pants down. He literally was just photographed walking out of the theater. The guy literally did nothing wrong. His career, did take a stumble. And I think he came back the right way during the MTV Movie Awards, where he said, "Heard any good jokes lately?" And I thought that was so funny that as a comedian and taking everything in and just owning it. Omar, would
Yeah.
you rather have all those tomes behind you that you don't read or an Amazing Fantasy 15? But I do read these. Amazing Fantasy 15 in the slab that you also don't read. You could feng shui it up with one comic. But then I
feel
couldn't.
like Omnis. I don't know.
So, I mean, I have the option of reading these, right, brother?
Mhm.
With an Amazing Fantasy 15, if I have to read it, I'd have to hammer it open, crack it up, and then like read it. That just doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel right. Did you ever have a Catwoman cosplay, Sean DeSook? Even I want a Catwoman suit.
I don't think I have done Catwoman, actually. I've done the other two Sirens. I've done Harley and I've done Ivy, but I don't actually think I have done Catwoman.
You've never done Catwoman.
I did I think the closest I got is when I had a pixie cut. I did do like a look in like a black dress with like a diamond necklace. It was like Selena Kyle, kind of. But I don't think I've ever done like Catwoman ever, no.
Oh my god. Actually, dude, you're Poison Ivy. You don't even have to like. Yeah, because
I did Poison Ivy for years.
My daughter and I were watching Stranger Things season 5, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, Odfel looks like the young girl, Uma Thurman's daughter."
Oh,
Stranger Things. I'm sure you hear that a lot,
I
but
get it sometimes.
Uma Thurman was, of course, Poison Ivy, so
Mhm.
it makes sense. My gosh, that's awesome. I don't think I've ever seen that picture of
Yeah, I
you.
did. I've done like 3 or 4 iterations of Ivy because she was one of my first costumes ever. So one that I've done for a while.
This movie does Penguin dirty. He is so much more than gross troll. This movie devolves him into dude. This movie got like I don't remember all the sexual tones and how creepy Maya Hawk. Thank you. I almost said Maya Rudolph. All the creepy things that the penguin
Dude,
was saying and doing.
like
Like
I remember watching this movie as a kid and then I've never really revisited it and I was watching it and I'm like, they let him say this in like a PG film? Like what? There was so many like adult and sexual innuendos and I'm like, what? I don't remember it being this thirsty. Like what's happening?
so really quick, what happens in this movie is at the very beginning we do see a flashback of I think 30 plus years ago where Paul Rubens, the father, and the mother, who I cannot remember her name, she was also in Pee-wee's Big Adventure, so Tim Burton actors, are having a baby and then they decided to toss it away and the baby is raised by penguins in the sewers. Very weird, but I like that. I kind of like that. That's cool. It's a lot different than the penguin we've seen in the comic books.
Mhm.
We fast forward some times. That penguin is now wanting to get revenge, and it's a dark revenge. He wants to like steal the Gotham's youth. Um, and then on the other side of things, we have a new character who is kind of, I guess, he is the other villain, which is really weird because he kind of steals the spotlight as far as being a villain from the Penguin and Catwoman, and that is Max Schreck. And it's Christopher Walken playing that character, who is a businessman and is very shady. And Catwoman, Selena Kyle, is his secretary that he ends up killing. And her origin story is even weirder than Danny DeVito's Penguin origin story, which is as she's thrown out the window, a cat brings her back to life. Like cats start like clawing at her and like scratching her and biting her, and she comes back to life. And I think that's the origin, and that was one of her first lives because eventually she gets 9 lives, maybe not. and she ends up donning this costume and becomes Catwoman. Now, both her as Selena Kyle and Batman Bruce Wayne start having a relationship, and then eventually at a party, they end up finding out that each other is Batman and Catwoman, while the Penguin is working with the character of Max Schreck to take over the city, and running for mayor and all that. There's an ice princess that gets kidnapped and gets involved and accidentally, or no, she gets killed. Everybody blames Batman, but then by the end of the movie, he clears his name. And the Penguin dies in a really weird way, while Catwoman lives another day, and Batman is still single by the end, sadly. And that's where it ends. That's the quickest recap of this movie. But there's a lot of different things in here that happen, and a lot of different Easter eggs. And Odfel, you've seen this movie as a kid.
Yeah.
So coming back to it, we talked a little bit about the Penguin thing, but what else did you notice? What other things did you notice?
I definitely liked it a little more as a kid. I think I felt more whimsical, where a lot of it as an adult felt very shock value in a way I wasn't expecting from a Batman film. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if I like the monsterization of Penguin, but I do really like Selena Kyle actually having superpowers, and that superpower being 9 lives. It's very different from how she is in the comics, but I find it very interesting and kind of off-putting and unhinged. And there's times where you're not really sure if Selena Kyle even knows that Catwoman is an entity, and sometimes where maybe she is aware, and it's this fun little gray area they play with her that I feel we don't usually see, because she's usually kind of suave, master thief type vigilante, no powers. So mm-hmm. I did really like that. Also, I find it interesting that, the original character is really the motivating villain that incites both other villains even presently into the narrative. It's very interesting that, I don't know, they didn't involve any other Batman villain for that. They're no, we're just going to make this guy up, and he's going to be, the catalyst for all of this. That was kind of interesting, too. Because it's not he dies in the first act. He makes it to the end. Makes it longer than Penguin. So
yeah, he shoots Batman.
Yeah. Because I kind of expected rewatching it. I was oh, this guy's probably going to die first act, so that way it's the two villains. No, he makes it. I mean, he makes it pretty far.
Yeah, it's weird that they created a character for the movie instead of using the two villains. So in a way, I mean, that is kind of the Tim Burton character. Just I think the Penguin is the Tim Burton type of penguin. Obviously, this is obviously Tim Burton saying, I did not read any of these comics, but I'll make a movie because it sounds interesting.
Yeah, because I'm it definitely is different. I'm so used to him being sophisticated gangster that seeing him in this very grotesque, I hate society, look what it's done to me role is very different, and I forgot it was like that as a kid. I kind of just mostly remembered Catwoman as a kid, but honestly, she sticks out. She's,
Yeah, I remember when I was younger in the theater, I remember being grossed out the way he would eat the fish, the raw fish.
It's hands.
Oh, man. Yeah. That was oh gosh. Yeah, that was awful. There are some cameos in here, not just I mentioned Pee-wee, but thank you so much. James mentioned Diane Salinger, who also was in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Elizabeth Sanders was in this movie too. That I remember. She is the wife of Bob Kane. The one with the paper boy selling the newspaper, talking about the Penguin forgiving his parents. She says the line, he's like a frog that became a prince. I think that was the only line that she said. Tim Burton made a little cameo in this too. Danny Elfman.
I didn't see him.
Yeah, and gosh, I've seen this movie so many times, and I think it was through the commentary, maybe through one DVD that I remember seeing all this. I'm trying to think of who else. I want to say there were some other people that made cameos in this. And then, of course, all of it filled with the Tim Burton tropes. There were so many of those. but beautiful music.
Yes,
Absolutely.
the score was amazing.
The plot felt a little, I don't know, empty. It's weird going back to watching these movies, both Batman and Batman Returns, after watching the Christopher Nolan films and even the Batman, how almost commercially childish they were. I don't think, I mean, I'm not trying to insult it because I still enjoyed it, but it was almost like, here's a bad gadget. That was it. Yeah. It was less detective work, more about bat gadgets and bat things and moving the toy lines, like the penguin having the umbrella, the big duck, which was really cool to see. Catwoman's outfit again, yeah, you said it. It's absolutely stunning. But I don't know, it felt like the plot was lacking. I remember it when I was younger thinking, wow, that was a really good movie. And really disappointed when the third one came out that it wasn't Tim Burton. I wonder what he would have done different besides keeping, I think it was Billy D. Williams that was supposed to be Two-Face because he played Harvey Dent. I don't know. What did you think about the plot?
It was interesting for me because I feel similar. Like as a kid, all of the Batman films were out pretty much from what I can remember, and I was not a fan of the Christopher Nolan films. I liked these ones better, and I remembered it being, like you said, like I remembered it being better. But as an adult, it's really weird because there was times where I felt like the plot would just meander in a way where I was like, okay, like when are we getting back to like things that are happening? And also just like what you're saying, like this camp, this like toyetic designs, like all of these moments where I'm like, yes, this is fun and schlocky and like very like kiddie, but then like really extremely adult humor that I didn't remember it having at times.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like, who is the intended audience for this?
And I
so
wonder
like
how that went over our heads because, like, I don't know, it was like watching Looney Tunes or maybe later on Tiny Toons, where there were adult jokes that would go over your head, but adults would get it going, wow, this is actually pretty layered and deep. And I wonder if that was the intent with the movie, because you would not have a movie that's selling toys of the penguin at McDonald's about a character that is like fondling a woman's breast when he's putting up
a woman, like the entire exchange between Penguin and Catwoman when they're in like his bedroom is insane, and I kept having to pause and go, "This is a PG-13 movie." You're like, "What is happening?"
He legit says, "There's the pussy I've been looking for." What,
dude, I'm like, you can't say that in a PG-13 movie. I was like beside myself. I'm like, I don't remember this. But like I don't know, like when the plot hit, but I felt like there was lots of times it would just like meander and focus on weird things. Cause like Catwoman's arc was really cool. And then I feel like Penguins would like have moments, and then it would have moments where I'm like, okay, I don't really care about what he's doing right now. Like I don't know how you felt, but like I definitely felt there was like lulls, and there was definitely like really interesting story beats that actually happened.
Yeah, I think so. And it felt like watching a huge action flick at times. I really like that and appreciate that.
Yeah.
Even the penguins having the ridiculous rockets, like actually strapping those things on.
So like
he didn't say cat. He didn't say cat. That was the thing, because I was expecting him to say that. He was like, he just said, "There's that pussy I've been looking for," instead of like pussy cat, which is what you would expect him to say. And I'm like, wow, okay. I don't know how that
feel like I don't know, like maybe there are no stipulations on it. I just feel like, yeah, not even trying to do the pussy cat joke, just saying it. I was like, I feel like that's R. I'm like, I don't know, maybe not.
Dude, the rockets on the penguin sold me. I love that.
Dude, they're little like strapped in vests.
I hope no penguins got hurt in the making of this movie.
Well, I looked something up, and apparently some of them were like animatronic ones too. So I'm guessing the strapped up ones were animatronic, but
man, that was cool. The little the giant duck thing was really freaking cool. It was stupid, but it worked.
The prosthetics on Penguin were also like really good and really grotesque. I enjoyed those.
Actually, like little... Christopher Walken playing Christopher Walken, and managing to look like he always walks that fine line, I think, of like, wow, that guy's creepy looking, and wow, that guy's really hot. Like, I don't know how
Yes,
Christopher Walken
because
does
I
that.
was like, wait, is he kind of fine in this movie? I'm like, what is happening? Like, I was like, I don't know how he honestly he chewed up all the scenery. He did so good in this. I also really liked the writing on Selena and Bruce. Like I
Yeah,
liked
I
both
like
of
that.
them like finding out the news and trying to get out of the date without hurting the other one's feelings. I thought that was fun writing. I thought like their tension building up to the moment where they flip the mistletoe line and that's how they find out like the other one was the other person was fun. Like I really enjoyed how they did their writing and how you could tell they wanted to be together but literally couldn't be. Um and that I thought was really solid.
Uh, I think the outfit right here that we were talking about. So
Mhm.
Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman suit needed to be vacuum sealed onto her as it was made of thin plastic. I know they made some changes on Michael Keaton's neck, like the rubber neck, because in the first movie it was so stiff, like he couldn't really move around that much. Yeah, so it's almost like a robot. So in this one, they made some changes, and I can't imagine like that Catwoman outfit like being comfortable at all. But man, she pulled it off and doing her own, not her own like backflips and stuff like that, but like with the whip. Like, have you seen
Yeah.
that YouTube video
Where it's
where,
her doing all of it in one take. It's
yeah,
so cool.
that's so badass. That's like Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones
Yeah,
badass. She didn't have to do that, but she did.
so cool. Because they could have done that in cuts, but like the fact they were able to just do that in one shot where you can see it. Oh my god, it's so cool.
Yeah. Oh, I really like the scenes with her and Bruce Wayne. I thought those were really cool, and I think that's
Mhm.
what I liked about this movie. The scenes when it's not the action and people trying to take over with their big master plan, but really when it slows down a little bit and wait, it's just Bruce Wayne being intrigued by a woman and making fun of Alfred for letting anybody into the bat or into the mansion. Um, Listening to Super Freak too, because that's what they played at parties in the early '90s. Which is, yeah, because I think that was around the time that Can't Touch This was coming out. So maybe in the theater, I didn't even really know what Super Freak was, and it was just You Can't Touch This. I thought it was that song. Anyway, doesn't matter. Um, yeah, she was Michelle Pfeiffer was amazing. Danny DeVito was great too. I
Oh
don't
my
know
god.
if he ate that fish or not. I don't know how many takes it took, but it looked like he legit was eating, like biting into that fish and eating it. That
It
was
was
great.
real. I'm like, they either made really good fake fish for this, or he just went, now I'll commit to the bit because it looks real.
Uh, I do love the fact that the penguin ends up going back into the water to die in a weird, a little
Little
bit of.
booty cheeks up. Booty cheeks up death.
I love the underlings too, like the villains. They get killed by the main villain for not listening. Tim Burton did the same thing with the Joker in the first movie, and in this one he did it with the penguin when one of them questions him, and he just ends up shooting him with his umbrella. The movie, yeah, I think that ending where you see the bat signal, you see Catwoman like
Mhm.
coming up, that was added. It was like post production, and I remember that was a big deal because it was either in the behind the scenes. I can't remember where I saw it. Apparently, that cost them a lot of money to add into the movie.
Do you
Like at
know
the time, 200 something $1,000.
Do you know why? Did they do it because of test screening audiences, or do you think they just did it because they wanted to change the ambiguity?
Maybe McDonald's needed that to be the landscape of their glass set that they were selling. I don't know. I really don't know
Yeah,
why they.
I was like, I didn't know if there was like demand and reshoot or like demand from test screenings for her to live or something, and that's why they spent the money, or if they were just like, yeah, we should have done this.
Yeah, I don't know, but apparently it was filmed like one night, and it cost them a lot of money to use it.
Um,
I did read the comic sequel, and I read the comic adaptation. Um, because I wasn't going to let the comic adaptation ruin the movie for me. Like the first one, I read the comic adaptation before watching the movie, and I'm like, damn it, I should have gone and seen the movie first. I always felt bad for the Penguins. Going back to whether or not the Burton Schumacher movies are in the same continuity, doesn't Pat Hingle play Commissioner Gordon in all these movies too? You know, he probably. I'll be honest with you, I don't remember him in the third or fourth movie. I remember Alfred, and he's kind of the glue that holds all this together, I thought. But you're probably right. It might be him too playing Commissioner Gordon.
Like, as a kid, I genuinely did not notice the actors playing Batman changing because the bat suit looked so similar and they styled Bruce so similar. So as a kid, I definitely always thought like the 4-movie set was like a 4-movie set. But now I'm kind of like, it could be 2 and 2. I'm not sure.
I think I noticed because I was pissed, but I'm also a little bit older than you, right? Like I was, when this one came out, I was in high school, and then the third one was 1995. I was pissed that they didn't give Robin Williams Riddler because I know he wanted to be Joker. Yeah. The set pieces were great, I thought. They were big and very Tim Burton-ish.
I really like how Tim Burton makes Gotham look. It feels spooky and like over the top, and it feels kind of like how Bruce Timm's animation is to me. Like it's that over the top, just industrial looking city. Where I feel like when that gets moved into realism in the newer films, it feels more like New York City and not like Gotham City. Like this felt like Gotham City.
Yeah, because it's got its own type of architecture, its own type of buildings, right? It really did feel like at times it felt, maybe it's watching it in 4K. I don't know. 4K shows you the unfortunate downside, right? Like to 4K is that you get to see a lot of the details that you probably shouldn't be seeing or shouldn't have seen. And it's at times it does look like he's in a set whenever he's fighting the Penguins people.
Yeah.
Or the people in the motorcycles. Or the guy that said you missed. That was awesome. I always liked that part. And she takes his stun gun. That was awesome. Trying to think of what didn't work for me, because we talked about the plot a little bit, and yeah, plot was okay. Special effects, when it's a green screen, it's really tough, and it has not aged well. Practical effects are great, though. I love them.
The practical effects in this are great. I think the camp level that they commit to is pretty good, and because of that, it masks a lot of the poorer done effects. I think most of my beef is honestly the plot. It just meanders sometimes. Because yeah, like the costuming, the set visuals, like for a movie in 1992, judging it based on like that and not holding it to like 2020s standards, like it's aged pretty decently. Sans story.
You know, it has, but you notice the flaws the older you get and the more distance you are from the movie. Like some of the tones or the lack of plot, or maybe the special effects weren't as great as you remember them. Because I do remember the movie, like I liked the first one more, even as a kid. I'm not sure about you. But as a kid, I thought the first one was a great movie. The second one, I didn't think was as good, but it was still a good, almost flawless movie. Plus, you add Christmas season to it. Yeah.
I don't remember a lot about the first one or the third one, if we're calling a third one, you know.
Oh, yeah.
The set. I mostly remember this one and then the one with Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy. I don't remember the one with Two-Face and Riddler very much, and I remember very little about the Jack Nicholson Joker one. I need to go back and watch them at some point, but like I don't know why those ones don't stick in my mind as much.
Well, now you have a perfect chance to go back and watch them whenever we go talk about these movies. Eat floor, high fiber, best line easily. They did have a lot of good lines in this movie. I like a lot of the lines between Selena and Bruce.
God, her
Must
lines are all like 10 out of 10 bangers. Like
when they find out that they are Batman and Catwoman, they're like, "So what do we do now? We just go outside and fight?"
yeah, they're just kind of like,
Selena's quote at the end when she was like, "You killed me, the Penguin killed me, Batman killed me. That's 3 lives down." Like she legit thinks that 9 more lives, right? And Max is like, "Okay, only one way to find out," because it's in a very Christopher Walken way. He starts shooting her. And I think actually John said it. That's why they brought her back to solidify that she lived. Didn't want to end it on a downer. So her popping her head back up at the end is why. Did you catch Penguin bumping into one of the tombstones at the graveyard and seeing it wobble? I did, but I think I've caught that a few times watching the movie. Omar's fault. Oh, thank you, Ma. I really appreciate that. Batman 89, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin. Those are the 4. The quadrilogy. Batman Returns had to fight Lethal Weapon 3, Patriot Games, and Sister Act at the box office. None of those movies had McDonald's cups, though. So ones. If I want camp, I'll watch the Adam West movie. Batman Returns sucks hard. Wow, John, I didn't know you hated this movie that much. That's interesting. I really, for sure, thought you really liked it. When Batman punched Catwoman, she turns around and goes, "What are you doing? I'm a woman." Dude, in the alley when she comes and saves that woman, and then she goes off on her.
Yeah, it's just like, what do you want to do? Get rescued? And then just like vanishes again. And I'm like, oh my God.
Man.
I love when she's like robbing the department store and they're like, please don't shoot. We only get paid $300. Like, we're just going to go. Like,
really overpaid. Yeah, there's some really good banter in here, and it usually has her involved. Like Catwoman's like, we need to talk. You see, you and I have something in common. And the Penguin's like, naked. What does he say? Like naked sexual charisma.
Yeah, he said something, and I'm like,
dude, my guy took his shot. He took his shot.
He's like, I'm gonna try my best in this moment, okay?
Sister Act is by far the best of those movies. Not even joking. It's been a long time since I've seen Sister Act. There were 2, right? Sister Act 2.
There's 2, yeah.
Yeah. I still have the Batman Forever McDonald's cups until a few years ago. Oh, that's awesome. I love the people that kept them. Batman's such a gentleman. Batman said sorry. He did. Batnips. Batnips don't happen until the 3rd movie, right? I think the 3rd movie.
I think the 3rd movie. Schumacher is, I think, the nexus of Batnips.
Okay, that's what I thought. Please don't tell. That's not what Sister Act 2 is called, Max. Stop. Trying to think of what else did not work for me. Actually, like a lot of the dialogue, and I'm sure you could not have a villain like this anymore. Like the Penguin, like we mentioned a little bit earlier. Oh my God, I think you're right, dude. I'll Google it. I promise. But the dialogue still works.
The dialogue still works. I feel like for me, it was like the tone shifting, like we were talking about earlier, like because they were trying to tightrope this like toyetic camp and this adult theme, like at times it felt whiplash because I'm like laughing about like these silly animatronic penguins, and then I'm getting flashbanged by like very like adult humor. And I think like sometimes it worked and sometimes it worked really well, and then other times it felt very tonally discordant. So I think it was very hit or miss on like when it worked and when it didn't. But there was a lot of banter in this movie that was enjoyable.
You said it was PG-13?
I think PG-13. If it's PG, that's insane. But I think it's PG-13.
No, let me double check. I think you're right. I think it is PG-13. I just want to make sure because I forgot about the hand that he pulls up when he was like, Max, you flush him down. I find him. It's PG-13. You're right.
Yeah.
PG-13. Let's see. Is there anything else left to talk about? Let's see. Schumacher was
Mm.
actually a really good filmmaker, just a horrible fit for Batman, unfortunately. Though we will always remember the bad nips. First time I've seen this movie was in 1994, New Year's Eve. I remember having to wait for the VHS, and that VHS was so expensive. Oh my gosh, I think it was like $39.99.
Oh my god.
Sister Act 2 is called back in the Max is not lying about you, Max. I'm so sorry about that. What you put in the sewer, I display on my mantle penguin. Yeah, that's it. What you flush down the sewer, something like that. What would you give this movie out of 10? Odfel. It's been a while since you've seen it. But what would you give it now out of 10?
Give it like a 6. I'd give it a 5 if not for Catwoman, but Catwoman bumps it up an entire number because she just owns this film. I'd give it a 6 out of 10.
You know, I don't think it's not as good as I remember. It's been a while since I've seen it, and I noticed a lot more of the flaws. It still has nostalgia for me. I still think it's a good flick. I'm gonna give it a 7. I think it's a 7. I think a 7 is fair. I did enjoy it.
To me, 5 is like a very like meh movie. I'll bump it up a little because like Catwoman is iconic in this.
Yeah,
But I think a 6.
I wish she had got. I don't know what the deal was. It's been years. I don't know why Tim Burton didn't come back to do this. Maybe he was going to work on Superman. Why he didn't come back and do the third one. I don't know why Michelle Pfeiffer never came back for a Catwoman movie. It would have been awesome because she was a really great Catwoman.
She iconic. Like so many moments in that. I'm like, this is definitive.
$39.99, baby. Yeah. Omar rates this movie higher than he rates Batman's skills as a detective. No, an occult detective, not just a detective. Come on. Let us know in the comments or in the chat what you would have given this or what you gave this time. 6. Ouch. James really likes it, apparently. 7 batarangs out of 10. It's a lot of fun. Great soundtrack. Feels a lot more like a Burton movie than a comic book movie. 100%. I agree with that. It really does feel like Tim Burton's Batman. It doesn't feel like Batman by Tim Burton. Yeah. Whereas the first one felt like Batman by Tim Burton. Could have had the Wayans. Oh, forgot the Wayans brothers as Robin. Billy D. Williams as Two-Face. 9 out of 10. Only because it was my first Batman movie. You always remember your first. John, a 4 out of 10 at best. Substandard. Whoa. 7 out of 10 from Matt and an 8 out of 10 from Saturday Morning Fan. Warner Brothers effed him over. They didn't even want him on the third one because the parents at McDonald's. Right. Gotta sell the toys. The Happy Meals. Yeah, it was nice to go back and rewatch.
Because it's one of those ones where I kind of always forget that these Batman films exist in the tide of things. Like if I'm going to go back and watch like schlocky Batman, I always skip back and just watch Adam West. And I feel like these ones, at least for me, kind of get lost in the shuffle. And then you were like tossing up this one, and I was like, yeah, I actually don't think I've seen that movie since I was little. Like I always kind of forget this era of superhero movies.
So you have seen the Batman 66 movie?
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. I had that one on VHS and DVD.
Oh, now we're cooking. Basically, Tim Burton got fired from Batman 3. Okay. It's been more than signal drops since I've seen it, but going off memory, 4 out of 10. Michelle bumps it up to a 4. Odfel, what would you give Batman and Robin? Omar gave it a 2 out of 10.
Batman and Robin. Okay, so
that's the one with your iconic
Uma Thurman. And yeah. It's been so long since I've seen it, but that one I think has the perfect level of owning its camp and just being silly for the sake of silly. I think I'd probably, from memory, rank that one like a 7.5.
Whoa. Maybe we
that one just it owns up to being schlocky and unserious in a way where like it just I feel like it works because it really just accepts that this is the tone of the movie.
Huh, maybe we need to rewatch that. You know what? I'm giving this one a 7 because I like having it on the background for gothy Christmas vibes. 7.5 out of 10. 2 out of 10 is generous for Batman and Robin. Dude, that movie was awful.
I mean,
Awful.
but like is that the one that has Batgirl too? I'm trying to remember.
It is Alicia Silverstone as Batgirl.
I hate the Batgirl arc. I love Uma Thurman's Poison Ivy. It's iconic. And I love all the ice puns. That's all I really remember from that movie. And those two things I do love. It's just over the top stupid, right? She's like, my blood is chlorophyll and suddenly I'm dramatic. Like it's excellent.
My co-host on Old Reader, New Reader, Maddie, absolutely loves that movie. Like she loves the Batman, not forever, Batman and Robin.
Mm-hmm.
It really was that. It really was.
I think I was also like maybe like 13 the last time I watched it. So like,
we need
to heart.
We'll revisit that. I do a yearly Batman Returns rewatch every Christmas season. It's absolutely my favorite Batman film of all time. Walking. Yeah, I feel like Christopher Walken really is the villain in here, and I forgot about that. I don't know why I forget about that.
Like he amps Penguin up. He's the creator of Catwoman. Like that man steals the show. More interesting than Maximilian Lord.
Oh my god. You just had to mention that really crappy Wonder Woman movie, didn't you?
I am like Wonder Woman 84's #1 hater. I will always rant about that film.
That I fell asleep in that movie, man. That was so bad.
I was too angry to sleep. I was actively seething.
Did you go to the theater? Because that was like a COVID movie. I think
we had a movie room in the comic shop I worked at. So like we had a side room with like movie theater chairs, and when shows like Mandalorian came out or WandaVision or like this, like some of like our coworkers would be able to like be like, hey, can we have that this night? Or sometimes we'd have like people from the shop come in and we'd have like watch parties and stuff. So like I watched it on like a big projector screen, but it wasn't like an actual theater. It was like our comic book theater.
Okay, yeah.
But I was seething and very thankful that I wasn't in a real theater so I could sit and drink beer.
Oh, dude. Okay, I gotta admit that is a really good line. Bruce Wayne, why are you dressed up like Batman? Christopher Walken, just acting like Christopher Walken, asking that question is probably one of the best lines.
It's good.
Batman, you moron.
Him magically not having eye black.
That is my favorite Batman movie. Mask of the Phantasm is my favorite movie.
Mm-hmm. I adore it. It's been on like my list of like dream cosplays at some point. I want to get like a really like perfectly styled Bruce Timm wig because I wanted to have that perfect like little wave thing her hair has, but like I want to cosplay her so bad because it's probably also my favorite Batman animated film.
Oh, it's perfect. Like it is the best, like absolutely the best. I don't know if we'll ever get a movie that's as good as that, but I'm hoping.
I really liked Caped Crusader. I know it's not a movie; it was like a TV show, but I felt like that kept up with that energy of Mask of the Phantasm. I really liked that. I don't know if you ended up watching it.
Is that the Paul Dini and Bruce Timm show?
Yeah,
Ed Brubaker, Paul Dini.
Yeah, it came out I think 2 years ago. A new season's coming out soon, I think. But it's the one that had Barbara Gordon, it had Onomatopoeia, it had Two-Face.
It had female Penguin, and I remember people being pissed off about that, right? And I was like, well, we've already had gross Penguin, we've had rich Penguin. Sure, let's see what this is. Well, I dug it. I actually look, I gave it a 9 out of 10. I dug it. Yeah.
I liked it because I feel like having female Penguin first also kind of established like this has the feeling of the Bruce Timm universe, but we're establishing right out of the gates this is a different universe. Without having to say it or establish it, they went, clearly this is a different universe, who's female Penguin. And it was like a very nice way of being like, this is its own thing. just accept it and roll, because like I loved what they did for like a Jokerless Harley origin story too. That was unique and interesting to see, because I
Yeah,
don't think we've gotten that in
that's
any other media.
I really liked it. Honestly, until you mentioned it, I forgot, because it's just one of those things, just like reading, you got to keep up
Yeah.
with what's coming out next, or you got to keep up with what you're going to watch next. And yeah, I completely forgot that I enjoyed it. I'm glad it's coming back.
Yeah, I can't remember if I think it's early 2026's, because I thought about it the other day and I looked it up, and it was like kind of soon there'll be another season, but I liked its own little pocket universe they made for it. It's been interesting to see them try new things but still make it feel grimy and noir.
Yeah, I'm in for more of this. So 2026 maybe?
I think it was like kind of soon. I want to say maybe like spring 26 or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thanks for the good news. Do you guys like the Prince Batman soundtrack? Oh gosh, yeah. Come on, man. Dude, I grew up in the 80s. I'm a Prince guy. In the 90s, yeah, that Batman song, it makes no damn sense. The Bat Dance and all
Oh
that.
man.
It's goofy as shit. I loved it.
I liked it, and then I got so burnt out because it was on our like 20 song nerd playlist at the comic shop. So I had to hear like
Oh
party
god.
like it's 1999 like all the time. And I was like, I'm gonna go crazy. Like it was that, and it was the one that had the Joker sound bites in it. And I'm like, I can't do this actually. Like, so there's a couple of them where I'm like, I can't.
Speaking of Phantasm, ScarJo's Batman 2 role, Andrea, is she going to be in Batman 2? I didn't see the news.
I haven't been keeping up with it, but that would be crazy for that to be what they do plot wise.
Because they hinted at the Joker, right? But we haven't seen him in the Batman. Huh.
I don't think they would tap into Harley Quinn anytime soon, and they've already done Selena Kyle. I could see them doing ScarJo as Ivy or Huntress.
I mean, she's still fine. How old is Pattinson? Like 30 something. ScarJo is early 40s, right? ScarJo's early 40s.
Sounds right.
I don't know with what role she's going to get. That's interesting. If she's in talks for Batman 2. Yeah,
I like Pattinson. I'm excited for the new movie. I just haven't been keeping tabs on like development until the trailer dropped.
Either Andrea or Jessica Dent from Earth 1. She was announced to be in talks this afternoon. Reeves said the villain has never been done in live action. 1 year between them and age one. Wow, dude. Thank you, Randy. The villain has never. I mean, there's a lot of villains that have never been done in live action. Batman's got a huge rogue gallery, so I mean, Andrea would be awesome, though.
That would be really cool.
Like a Reeves version of the Phantasm. I mean, the Phantasm's a perfect movie, which of course is loosely based on Batman Year 2. So he could do an adaptation of Batman Year 2. But still, like, I don't know. That's a tough act to follow.
I mean, I could see it being some type of loose thing, right? Because this movie was kind of already a loose adaptation of Long Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
So he clearly plays fast and loose with the adaptations in a way that I enjoyed. I have some gripes about how Riddler was Riddler only because I love Riddler, but overall, like the movie, I thought did a really good job with what it was doing.
Professor Pig. Andrea's not in the comics. She's a character that's based on the Reaper from Year 2. Have you seen Mask of the Phantasm, Logan? I'm pretty sure you have. I just didn't want to spoil any punchline. I don't know if the world is ready for a live action punchline. I think that popularity has kind of lied down a little bit. Poison Ivy seems to be too obvious, right? Because she is redhead. And I wouldn't want a grounded non-meta Pamela. I'd rather have a Pamela in DCU. Condiment King. Well, no, we've had a live action Batwoman, remember?
We've had live action Batwoman. We've had live action Poison Ivy. We've had live action Huntress. I'm trying to like run through like anti-heroes and villains that are girls that we haven't seen.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be a woman, right?
Also
I mean,
true.
we live in an age where it seems to be a thing where they just do their own version of the characters. Doesn't matter who they're based on. Quentin
I
Tarantino,
do.
Paul Dano, he went off on him. What is going on with Tarantino? Is he not make? Oh man, Tarantino just wants people to go see Kill Bill this coming weekend. That's what it is. That's what Tarantino wants. He wants people to go and see Kill Bill. I'm gonna go see Kill Bill because I'm excited for it. I love that movie. Remember watching this as a kid, and it was very impressionistic on me. Good. Hold on to that. Don't let it change your Magpie. Yeah, maybe. Could be Magpie. That's a character I don't think anybody was asking for. Manhunter would be badass, dude. What's going on, Alex? Cassandra Cain, she's a little... I always see Cassandra Cain as young, like a teenager.
Yeah, and we've seen her in live action.
Yeah.
I feel like ScarJo tends to get casted in a femme fatale role, which is why I'm like running through. Like they could...
I like Manhunter.
Give her a male rogues gallery person and swap it and tweak it, but I just feel like typically she embodies those very like
Killer
fatale spy types.
She's gonna be Killer Croc.
Dude, can you imagine if she was Killer Frost though for a minute? Or like Livewire? Dude, if they did Livewire in live action, that would be awesome.
They haven't done a kill. Well, no, I don't know. I didn't watch Legends of Tomorrow. You said they did Cassandra Cain. Where did they do Cassandra Cain live action?
Birds of Prey.
I forgot about that damn show. She was in that?
Yeah, she's the girl with the cast. She's never a Batgirl, but she is Cassandra Cain.
Huh. Oh, she's Jean-Paul Valley. She'll become Azrael. Calendar Girl. What's up, Boinkbot? Do you read me? I do now. The movie. What were we talking about? I've been reading a QT fanboy. I've been a QT fanboy, Quentin Tarantino fanboy for a while, but he's weirding out about Paul Dano. What did he, just out of curiosity, what did he go? He was going off about something else a couple weeks ago. I don't know, man. The older people get, they just start ranting about things for no reason. Cassandra Cain is in name only in Birds of Prey. Well, that's the thing, right?
She's an orphan on the street. She starts owning crime fighting. Who knows if she becomes a Batgirl after the film.
I will say the one thing I remember about Birds of Prey is the young lady that played Oracle in that show.
Oh, this is the TV show.
Yeah.
Or this is the movie, not the TV show.
Holy shit. That movie was bad. I forgot that movie existed.
I love that movie. Are you kidding me? It's such a good movie.
Are you kidding me? You thought it was good?
It's so good.
Quinn and the Birds of Emancipation.
It's such a good movie. I'm not even kidding. I love that movie.
I picked the perfect co-host. Oh shit. You serious? You really like it?
Yes, it's so fun. It's like it's girl gang. It's so fun. It's a good for her plot arc, and it's a good for her plot arc for so many of them.
Okay.
Ewan McGregor absolutely eats as Black Mask. He and Zaz have one of the most entertaining dynamics to watch at any given point. We get to see Harley Quinn struggle with if she still wants to be a villain or if she wants to be a vigilante. It's great. Huntress is a delight. Black Canary's sick. Like, Cass Kane being the kid they take on the road is probably the weakest point of the plot, but like they needed a kid catalyst, I guess, so that way Harley felt bad about killing someone. I like the film. I think the fight choreography is insane.
Hold on to that review because we're gonna come back to this. Oh my god,
I love it.
Wow, yo, Black Canary.
It's great.
Black Canary, though. Wow, that is a sharp-looking lady. I'll watch it again just for her.
I'll watch it again anytime. I genuinely, I love that movie. It's very good.
Okay, wow. You know what? I don't know what the consensus is. I don't really know what the internet thinks about that movie.
I think the internet hates it.
The internet hates it.
I cosplayed that Huntress and I got a lot of hate. So
wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
Seriously?
Yeah, no, I like most of my comment section. I mean, it wasn't hate. It's a lot of times hate on the internet. I feel like it's misdirected. Like most of my comment section wasn't hate at me, but it was like people like complaining and bitching about how much they hated the movie on my cosplay posts, and I'd be like, I'm sick. I didn't ask.
You guys realize I didn't get paid to be in that movie, right? Because I'm not in
Yeah,
that.
I'm like, I just dressed up like this because I like Huntress. Thank you guys.
I had no idea you liked that movie. That's awesome. That
I love
should
the
be my
movie.
first question when asking for a co-host. How do you feel about Birds of Prey?
I feel like I have like not super controversial movie taste until it comes down to Captain Marvel and Birds of Prey, and then I disagree with everybody.
Dude, yeah, I did not like that movie, so I cannot wait to talk to you about that thing. Black Canary Time.
Anytime.
I made a Catwoman painting for my boss. That's
Hell
awesome.
yeah.
Which Catwoman painting? Omar, what did you think of the Birds of Prey? That's what I thought Odfel was talking about because
I don't think I've seen that.
so it came out in 2000, maybe 2001, 2002, early odds. It didn't live it did not live long enough. I think it was only a total of like 14 episodes. It came out on DVD. All like what I was saying when I thought you were talking about Birds of Prey, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that show. And I didn't remember Cassandra Cain being in it, but okay. I obviously didn't pay that much attention to it. I do remember Barbara Gordon, though, the lady that played Barbara Gordon. Oh my gosh, she was fine.
Cutie.
I cannot remember who she is. I think she was also in Starship Troopers, if I'm not mistaken, but I cannot remember her name. But she was easy on the eyes. That's all I remember about it. Black Canary scream is so weak. Harley Quinn just cover her ears and be. Hey, leave those comments for the review, Shonda Sook. We're gonna come back to that. I know DC comic and live action Thank you for the super chat, Silhouette Animator. Multiverses are separate, but aren't Batman 89 comics only canon to Earth 789 or the comic multiverse version? I think it's only canon to the comic book adaptation of the movies, just like Superman 70, what was it, 78, right? 77, 78. Yeah, the Superman comics based on the movies. I'm a huge defender of CW, Batwoman, and Gotham Knights. Did you watch Batwoman and Gotham Knights or just Batwoman? I've only seen a couple of episodes of Batwoman.
No, I like the Batwoman. I like the Batwoman comics before they brought her into main continuity. And that's really all I've ever engaged with Batwoman. I haven't seen the show or really done much since she's like a main universe character now.
Okay.
Like Crimson Tide, I think it was Crimson Tide, was her original side shot, I think. I love that. That's why I cosplayed Batwoman. But I haven't really read a whole lot past that.
Let's see, Gotham Knights. I saw the trailer and I was like, not for me. Batwoman, I think the only episodes of Batwoman I saw were the Crisis on Infinite Earths episode. When it was still Rose. Oh, what is her name?
Ruby Rose.
Ruby Rose, yeah. And then
I'm
she was replaced. You're not?
Yeah, I kind of skipped the show when it first came out because I'm just not a huge fan of her acting. So I ended up just kind of like skipping it, but
yeah, she's not that well. I don't know how she is now, but she wasn't that good. That's why I really liked her character in John Wick because she was, and I'm like, oh, she doesn't have to say that many things, so they gave her the perfect role. Yeah, she was. I think she was a pop star model. I can't remember.
I don't remember
because the first time I saw her was in Orange Is the New Black. And then they replaced her because I think she got hurt. Something happened. Can't remember. What's up, everybody? Ruby Rose, that's her. Stop watching Batwoman after totally replacing Kate with a new character and not just the actress. Yeah, so it's another character. It's not Kate, huh?
Yeah, entirely.
Don't forget Alfred and Gotham TV shows. I try to watch Gotham. Just wasn't for me.
I liked Gotham at first, and then it started just getting bizarre. Like I really liked it up until the point they started doing stuff with Joker and Barbara Kane. Then it got weird. Like those first like 2 seasons when it focused on Riddler and Penguin, I thought they did a really good job with their origins and like how they were shaping. And even like Catwoman being this kind of just like snooping street urchin counterpart to like Kid Bruce was interesting, but then they just kind of went off the deep end and I was like, all right.
Yeah, I don't know what they went and did with that show. That
Yeah.
I only saw the crossover. I almost said issues. You guys should review that CW Crisis on Infinite Earth stuff. Looks like a trip. I can't remember if we did or not with Maddie. It's been a few years since that's came out. Gotham TV show was such a downer. I thought it was going to be an adaptation. Me too. I thought it was going to be an adaptation of the comic book series. Plus, it had a pretty cool like cast. I thought, and
Yeah.
I think they totally missed the point. Alfred slapping a child Selena was pure hilarious. Okay, I didn't make it that far. I watched 2 episodes of Gotham, but I passed out during doing watching them. But I only remember Bruce's parents dying. That's it. I think they adapted No Man's Land. What they did? I own a Japanese Blu-ray of the CW Crisis 5-parter, not a bootleg. That's awesome, dude. It's legit. Ian as the Joker was kind of crazy. Ian was that the redheaded dude? The redheaded guy? Yeah. I heard people were really happy with his portrayal, though. I don't know. I never got to see it. Batwoman 52 through the Rise of Fall Batman. Phenomenal. Crisis on Earth X was a good CW crossover. They did that the year before Crisis on Infinite Earths. Which was the one that had Kevin Conroy as Old Man Batman or Old Man Bruce Wayne? That's the crossover I watched. And I thought it was really cool to see Kevin Conroy, who has the iconic voice of Batman, portray an old man version of Bruce Wayne and putting on the bat suit. I thought that was cool. Plus, it had like the Smallville cast and what else? A couple of the other shows.
I feel like I fell off. Like these shows were coming out right as I was getting ready to go to college. So like so many of them, I feel like I saw like the first couple seasons and then just never saw how any of them ended because like I didn't have like cable anymore. I was in the dorms. So many of these I'm like, oh yeah, like the Flash happened and like Arrow happened. Don't know how it ended.
You never were curious? That was Crisis.
Well, I always kind of heard people say they all went downhill, so I've just never gone back because I'd seen like I think Arrow I saw like the first 3 or 4 seasons or like maybe just the first 3. Flash I saw the first 2. And I feel like the consensus was around the time I stopped watching them, like a lot of them started to degrade in quality. So I've just never really gone back and dove into the CW verse.
I mean, there was a huge fan following for the CW. I mean, it was Arrow, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl, and there were so many people that were watching those shows. Mm-hmm. And I remember when we were doing this, people would ask if we could review a season, and I'm like, dude, I've seen like season 1 of Arrow. No, I saw the first 3 seasons of Arrow, and then I saw season. I don't think I even finished the first season of Flash. It just wasn't for me.
Was okay.
Black Lightning, yeah, was a show. Stop watching after Arrow ended. And I think it's all over now, right? I mean, it has to be.
I think all of it is over now. I don't think any of them are still running because I think Lois and Clark was the last show they did that was technically CW verse, and I don't even know if that was canon to the main.
That would have been because it was on HBO, wasn't it?
Oh, was it? I thought that was a CW.
Well, it was that weird phasing out CW, moving things over to HBO. Yeah, it was a weird time. But Superman and Lois, CW, and alternate Earth. Let's not get confused with that other thing. Superman. Most of the CW shows started well and then fell off a cliff, except for Arrow, which sucked from the start. Legends of Tomorrow was fun. Superman and Lois I enjoyed. We reviewed the first season. I thought it was good. I heard one of the kids ended up leaving, so he had to be replaced by a different actor. Yeah. It's all over now, baby blue. So it is done, yeah. Oh, I actually really liked this show. I thought this show was great, Stargirl.
I never started Stargirl, but I did hear it was cute.
It was cute. Yeah.
Well, yeah. like a lot of people seem to like really like it and like engage with it.
Yeah, and she was a great actress. I really liked what they were doing with the JSA. Jeff Johns had a big part to play in it because it is the character based on his sister. And I thought the first episode was really cool. What they did was put a picture of Courtney, who is Stargirl, in her civilian outfit. And like Esther, I think it's in the intro. where they're going through her room, and it's a picture of her next to Jeff John's sister. Like they photoshopped it. I thought that was
That's
really
cute.
sweet. Yeah.
I really like that.
Superman and Lois aired on the CW and then went to HBO. Okay, that's what I thought. And Superman and Lois was definitely the best of the bunch, minus all the CW soap opera slop. They did the Ray and Vixen CW animated one. Oh, I didn't know that. Wish Starman Jack Knight was in it, but copyright. Yeah, I know. That always gets you, man. Thank you for the super chat. Whoever did the trailer for the Gotham Knights show really killed that show. The show itself is actually not that bad. It was a CW version of Gotham. So that was the one with the kids, right? Like the Gotham Knights. It was the kids. I always thought it was like maybe cashing in on the what was it, Gotham Academy, which I really enjoyed. I wish they would turn that into a show.
Yeah, I think if it's the one I'm remembering, I think it was technically a spin-off of Batwoman, and that's why it got kind of instant flack, and then also just the trailer. I think the trailer was abrasive, if I remember correctly. I'm trying to remember if I'm thinking of the right thing or if it was a Titans season that I'm thinking of. Because I know Titans started to degrade pretty quickly too. I'm kind of blurring them together though, honestly.
Man, it's crazy, like just how much there was and I missed out on. I actually really like My Adventures with Superman. That's the one that is the Sailor Moon transformation. Do you know about this?
Mm-mm.
So there was an animated show, and it's about him and Lois Lane, and when he transforms into Superman, it has like an anime Sailor Moon type of transformation. Oh, dude, it was a fun show. It was a really fun show. I really liked it. And let's see, Starman from the 80s movie never showed up. I know. I watched Gotham Knights pilot and I thought it was awful. It's a shame, man. Yeah, I think it was a Korean animation studio that did it. It was great. It was great.
I'll check it out.
I think there's another season, right? Like, Jack Quaid, Dennis Quaid's son, does the voice of Superman. Really liked it. Gotta watch My Adventures with Superman on HBO Max. It's great. Mark Guggenheim was pissed because James Gunn didn't reach out to him on the advice of building the DCU. I guess in the same way that like Kevin Feige didn't reach out to Jeff Loeb, right, on how to build the MCU. Yeah. K-pop Demon Hunters. Did you watch that? Have you talked about that?
I still haven't seen it.
Oh, I heard it was really good. My wife and kids have seen it. I haven't seen it.
I've seen the first 10, 15 minutes, but I always my friends keep sitting me down to watch it as we're about to go do something. So I still haven't finished it. But the snippet I've seen is good, but I have no idea the whole movie.
I know that it made a lot of money in America.
Yeah, the songs went platinum. I think at least 2 of them. I think
that's insane.
Yeah.
I know it had 3 seasons. So apparently, the Gotham TV pilots, the Gotham Knights TV pilot sucks. The show improved. Thank you so much. How many seasons did it go? I know it had 2 seasons. I need My Adventures with Superman season 2 on DVD. Is season 1 on Blu-ray? Kane? My Adventures with Superman season 3 coming next year, and we're getting a spin-off series called My Adventures with Green Lantern.
Ooh.
K-pop Demon Hunters is amazing. Oh my god, maybe we should just break down and review that.
We could.
But it is Christmas season, so
sure.
Let's do something else. All right. For next week, let's see. I sent you. Let me. I'm just gonna really quick. I wrote this down.
Absolutely.
Gonna check the list of what I sent you. So I sent you a list of movies coming out and the schedules. I just want to see if there's anything that interests you. If not, we can definitely do one of these. So we have Percy Jackson, Wake Up the Dead, Knives Out. Oh, Knives.
I'm
That's the next
so
Knives
excited for
Out.
Knives Out.
Oh, Let me look at my schedule. When would that come out?
It's soon. I think it's like the 12th or something.
Yeah, that comes out. Well, that's next Friday. We could review it on the 17th. And then the 19th, we're hoping we get a
Trailer.
trailer drop before Avatar: The Last Airbender. So for next week, we got Percy Jackson and the Olympians. You want to stick to the holiday?
That is up to you. I love Percy Jackson, but I don't know if we're going to drop that into 2-episode chunks, so we might want to wait till the season's out.
No, it's serious when I put the readers on, because I had to read to make sure what I sent Odfel. Absolutely. I don't want to miss myself.
So we could do another holiday movie until Wake Up Dead Man, I think is the name of the third Knives Out movie.
It is. You got a good memory. Yeah, it is. I'm in for that. Let's see here.
What kind of Christmas movie are you hankering for?
Oh, I got a couple. My Adventures with Superman reminded me too much of the crappy 2017 Spider-Man cartoon with the same art style. Not for me. Oh, I really liked it. I don't remember the 2017 Spider-Man cartoon. I remember the one Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which I wasn't the biggest fan of. So I was thinking for next week, because let me look. I have a list, actually. Okay, let's pull it up. I have Gremlins on that list.
Okay.
I've got, but I don't know if you've seen these. I'm always up for more Tim Burton. And let me tell you something, Oddfell. I'm a huge fan of Little Women. Every incarnation of Little Women I've gone and seen. I just love those movies. That is a Christmas movie. I'm trying to think of movies. I wrote down a list of movies that are not necessarily Christmassy, but they take place around Christmas, like LA Confidential, and things like Brazil, and Edward Scissorhands is the other one that I put on there, and Gremlins, Die Hard, which we did, I think, 2 years ago, but I don't mind rewatching it again because I love that movie.
Do you want to do one I haven't seen or one that I have seen before? I guess is also a question.
All right, so here's the question. Here's the questions. Have you seen Lethal Weapon?
No.
Okay. Have you seen Gremlins?
Yes, as a kid.
Oh, sweet mother mystery. Okay. Edward Scissorhands.
As a kid, yeah. I haven't seen it as a kid.
You know what? I'm going to leave it up to I'm going to put up a poll because I think those three are good. This time, James, I'm going to put up a poll on Sunday. Sunday I'll put up a poll. That way we see the votes, and by Monday I'll have what people are voting for.
Choose our fate. Pick something good.
The Gremlins. So please quote me on this, James. Gremlins, Lethal Weapon, or what was the other one?
Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, those are great. I like all three movies. So
yeah, I remember liking 2 of them. I haven't seen Lethal Weapon, but I remember liking
Lethal Weapon. Oh, Lethal Weapon, great buddy cop movie, man. It's so good, so good. Have you seen Die Hard? That's a great question.
I have seen Die Hard. I watch Die Hard like almost every year with my dad. So.
Oh, you got a cool dad. And Gremlins is a classic. I love that movie. Mortal Kombat Legends, Johnny Cage by the phenomenal Jeremy Adams is also a Christmas movie. Dude, I haven't seen that movie. Gremlins is on my Christmas movie list this year. Yeah, I'll probably nice guys, maybe. Don't forget Lord of the Rings is also. Dude, Lord of the Rings in this house is always a Christmas movie. I love that movie.
All I'm saying is my birthday is the day they put the ring in the volcano, so we could have a Return of the King watch party on my birthday in March.
I'm serious because I fucking love all of those movies, and I also have a birthday in March. March can be, partially shared.
Yeah, I can kind of stake some claim into April since mine is much later in the month than yours.
Okay, I like that. Okay, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking.
Because I'm at the very end of the month, so I can just steal some April.
Just take over April. That's so childish. And
March is iconic. It's branded.
Like,
okay.
I'm sorry. I can't with anybody. The Fellowship Leave Rivendell on December 25th. It's canon. Omar, have you ever watched The 10th Kingdom? Oh my gosh. Are you serious? I just thought of this show. I was thinking of the name of the show. It was a mini series that came on, I think it was like ABC. I hadn't seen it in years, and then I ended up buying the DVD when it was released. Oh my gosh, well over a decade ago. So yes, I have seen it. No one ever talks about this miniseries, and it's actually a great miniseries. I like it too.
It sounds familiar, but I can't. I'll have to look it up later because I'm trying to remember if I've seen it.
But have you seen Little Women? Like every incarnation?
I haven't, which shocks me because I like Pride and Prejudice and I like period pieces, but I don't think I've seen any iteration of Little Women actually.
Yo, Little Women with Florence Pugh just came out in 2019 and Timothée Chalamet.
I would be down because isn't the one before that Emma Watson? I like Emma Watson as well.
Yeah, and the one before that was Winona Ryder. I've seen every incarnation.
I love this for you. I would love to have a Little Women. Maybe sometime we can bracket them.
I was gonna say we'll put a bracket on what the best Little Women is. I ain't never seen a Little Men movie though. I ain't never seen Little Men. I don't know if they even made Little Men movies, but Odfel, Scrooge or Muppet Chris. Oh yeah, what about these classics? Are you a fan of Scrooged or Muppet Christmas Carol?
Oh, I feel like I'm going to answer and everyone's going to be mad at me.
Everyone? You've already
I like Scrooge better. But I like Bill Murray movies.
No, I'm with you. My wife would be mad at you because Muppet Christmas Carol is like her favorite Christmas movie.
I don't dislike Muppet Christmas Carol. I just really like Bill Murray movies.
No, Bill Murray is dude, I love and it's Richard Donner, right? It's the guy that directed Goonies and Superman. Yeah. I love
it. Both are great though.
Love Little Women. Love it. I love everything. I went to the theater. I didn't even review the movie. I went with Amanda to go see it because I was like, I don't want to go by myself, and my wife does not like these movies, so I need someone to go with me. But yeah, it's I love all those movies. I don't know what it is about those period pieces.
I love period piece films. I don't know.
I don't like half the cast from Harry Potter movies who went against the person who created it just because of what she believes in, even though she made them popular. Was there another part to this? I feel like I miss a conversation that was taking place, or you just don't like half the cast. Put a little love in your heart. That's a great song, and that rendition of that song in that movie is so good. Like so good. That's a great dude. That's a great movie. I love Scrooged. You like White Christmas, right?
I do like White Christmas. That's a classic.
Movie. I can't believe you went with that one. What is your guys' favorite version of Christmas Carol? Oh, that's tough. That's either Scrooged or Mickey's Christmas Carol for me. What about you, Odfel?
I don't know.
Doctor Who had a really good one too.
Yeah, because I remember the Doctor Who episode was really good. I mean, it would probably be between Muppet Christmas Carol and Scrooge for me.
Oh, wow.
I'm trying to think because I feel like I've seen a ton of Christmas carols and I'm trying to run them through my head, but they all kind of blend together. I'd have to Google it and refresh images of the movies and be like, oh wait, this one was good.
Yeah, my wife's is definitely Muppet Christmas Carol. We just listen to the entire album like we do every year on her birthday while we put up Christmas decorations. That's
one where Michael Caine is Scrooge, right?
Yo, and Michael Caine legit is a freaking gentleman. He's been on the record as saying he acted like he was acting with actors. He was like, I did not see them as Muppets or puppets or whatever. They were just actors to me. And I'm like, damn, that's a gentleman. That's a Sir Michael Caine. Wow.
Slight sidebar, but it's one of my favorite Muppets bits that continues on. I think to this day, I think it still occasionally gets brought up. But I genuinely think it's the funniest thing ever that Tim Curry keeps up the bit that he and Miss Piggy fell in love and had an affair while filming the Pirates. like Peter Pan Muppet one. And it's so funny how even in interviews now he'll be like, the one that got away, Miss Piggy. And like they just keep egging it on. And it's like one of the funniest bits to me. I think it's what, Treasure Island? I think Muppets Treasure Island.
Yeah, there's a Muppets
Yeah.
Treasure Island. I think my favorite Muppet, the Muppet movie still, I think, my favorite Muppet movie, and then Muppets Christmas Carol, and then Muppets Take Manhattan has a soft spot in my heart. I really like that. Yo, whenever we saw Kermit riding a bike in a Muppet movie, though, like that was mad. We didn't have CG back then. You can always pick the non-Muppet choice. It just means you're dead inside and have no soul. Ouch. Wow, John.
I get it.
We did get a new Little Women movie this year called A Little Women's Christmas. It came out November 23rd. It was a TV movie on great. Dude, I didn't know about this. I need a link, James.
We gotta rank them for the bracket. We'll have a Little Women bracket. Maybe that's March Madness.
Dude, I don't watch sports, so I'd be all over a Little Women bracket. We're going to get the wrong crowd whenever we do that live. Little Women bracket? Oh, my God. I'm gonna get canceled before we even go live. They did 3 big screen Sesame Street movies too. I do remember those, but the ones that really stand out to me were the Muppets. So that's what I will put up on the poll on Sunday. James, please remind me, sir. Thank you. I really appreciate your help, and everybody for being here. This was such a fun conversation about not only Batman Returns, but also Christmas movies and things that we enjoy. I love all Muppet movies. Muppets from Space isn't great, but it had Gonzo, and the soundtrack is mostly funk like James Brown and Parliament. So it's great. It's 8 out of 10. Damn. So the poll will be on our community page on Sunday. So keep an eye out on the channel. Saw pictures of Supergirl costume revealed in Brazil. Oh, I can't wait to see that movie. I really like that story. Odfel, my friend, where can people find you when you're not hanging out with me reviewing Little Women?
Yes. So I am Odfel on pretty much every platform: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. On Twitter, it is a 0 instead of an O. Everywhere else, it is ODFEL. I do all kinds of cosplay stuff, and on YouTube, I do toy and statue unboxings on occasion. So make sure to check that out.
Awesome. And I am here every day. I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what video will go up, but there'll be something. Thank you for watching. If you're watching this later, smash that like button and let us know what you would rate Batman Returns. Until next Wednesday, when we come back with one of those holiday movies that you all get to vote for on the community page, we are out of here. Have a great evening, morning, wherever you are.